Merhabalar, hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Çok kısa bekleyelim, katılımcılarımız katılmaya devam ediyorlar. Yavaş yavaş katılımlarımız artıyor. Bu esnada ben kendimizi tanıtmak isterim. Bir etkileşim bürodan Nihal ben. Operasyondan sorumluyum. Bugün sizi aramızda görmekten ekibimiz adına da çok mutluyuz. Geldiğiniz için hepinize teşekkür ediyoruz. Ee, Başlamadan önce çok kısa bir sunum şeklinde kendimizden daha çok bahsetmek isteriz size. BEP kimdir? King's Business School'un Türkiye'deki temsilcisiyiz. Yani Türkiye'deki ofisiyiz. Başvurularıyla kendi portalımızdan bizlere atadıkları portaldan başvuru yaparak sürecin en başından itibaren öğrencilerimize en iyi şekilde yardımcı olmaya çalışıyoruz. Temsil ettiğimiz üniversitelerin Türkiye'deki tanıtımına destek veriyoruz. Üniversiteler için Türkiye'deki organizasyonları gerçekleştiriyoruz. Aynı bugün olduğu gibi. 2002 yılında Oxford'da kurulduk. İngiliz ve Türk kuruculara sahibiz. 22 yıldır İstanbul'da, Ankara'da, İzmir'de ki ofislerimizde öğrencilerimize hizmet vermekteyiz. Uzmanlık alanımız sadece İngiltere ve İrlanda. Farklı ülkelerle çalışmadığımız için tek bir yere odaklanabiliyoruz aslında. Bu konuda da profesyonelliğimizi koruyabiliyoruz. Ekibimiz her sene eğitimlerini güncelliyor ve uzman bir kadrodan oluşuyoruz. Bizi internet sitemizden takip edebilirsiniz, Instagram'ımızdan takip edebilirsiniz. Gelecekteki etkinliklerimizle ilgili bilgilendirmeleri daha iyi takip edebilmeniz için aslında Instagram'ımızı özellikle takip etmenizi öneriyoruz. Çünkü Instagram'daki takipçilerimizde İngiltere'ye gidecek olan öğrencilerimize bazen çekiliş düzenliyoruz. Bunlardan bir tanesi de IELTS sınavlarına katılmak için oluyor. Bu çekilişlerden de yararlanabilmeniz için Instagram sayfamızı takip etmenizi öneriyoruz. Ben sözü Martin'e bırakıyorum. Çok teşekkür ediyorum katılımınız için. Martin, now it's your turn.
Yeah, hi everyone. Hi, we're just trying to bring up the sharing the screen, but I had to send a request. Hi everyone, my name is Martin. I am the global partner and student recruitment manager for King's Business School, which is one of the 9 faculties at prestigious King's College London. So to my knowledge today, we have a wide audience of prospective students. So I will share with you a presentation. Hopefully it answers lots of questions. And after that, we will have a time to respond to your questions online first, and then as we're doing these hybrids to face. Right, just a sec. I'll try to bring the screen on.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just technology. Is that on?
That's it.
And
Yeah.
right, sorry, a little bit of technical glitch. I think everyone can see the screen now, hopefully. So once again, good afternoon. It's a late afternoon. So my name is Martin, as mentioned, particularly for King's Business School. So Today, as we have a wide audience, we're going to go through a lot. Briefly introduce you to the business school as a faculty at King's College London. We will look at our programs, our entry requirements, style of teaching at undergraduate level, of course, some other short programs like pre-sessional and prepare for postgraduate, as well as our unique, one of the unique services of careers team, particularly at the King's Business School, bit of accommodation, some tips and hints for your application, as well as living costs, and of course, alumni, which is a big part of any university. Let me just try to remove. So, perfect. Right, so let's get straight to it. Really briefly, as you know, we are part of the excellent University of King's College London, which is almost 200 years, 1829. Sorry, this is popping up. We are part of the 9 faculties, one of the 9 faculties. So really one of the best feedbacks we receive is interdisciplinary approach to teaching because of the expertise in research, in the academic side. So particularly for business faculty, I always say, today become a business leader. You cannot just read the balance sheet and income statements. You really need to know your way about political, social situation and so on around the world. Currently, as a college, we are ranked 40th in the world by the QS, 38 by the THE, which is Times Higher Education. Various rankings, 7th for the graduate we were in 2023 for employability. We are very proud and we're looking at the word impact. We're looking for responsible leaders. So that's something, you know, we rank as well as an institution. And as the youngest faculty, we are now ranked 2nd for undergraduate business in UK. But the business school. So as it is the youngest faculty since 2017, what we're really proud of, we are triple accredited business school, the fastest triple accredited business school in the world. Yes, so my microphone was open. What does it mean, the triple accreditation? I can talk about it forever. Of course, it's about quality of education. Every university has to go through rigorous number of requirements. But just to put it into perspective, there is around 6,000 business schools around the world. Only 132, might be a little bit more, it's triple accredited now, so less than 1%. The studies from 2 institutions shows the students graduating from triple accredited business school, enter better position at job, so higher, and which comes with a higher salary. And according to Milground, which is the biggest, one of the biggest careers companies, 93% of the students responded they felt ready because of all the other support students have, ready for the job market, where only 7% responded from not accredited business schools, they felt ready, prepared. I mentioned the ranking before, and we are proud for the student survey, which is run between the students for the all UK universities, available online. Please check yourself. If you're undergraduate students, NSS. If you postgraduate students, it's PTES. This is where students answer numerous questions about the style of teaching, accommodation, basically anything related to student life. Our London location, we are the most centrally localized university. So 4 out of our 5 campuses are between London Bridge and House of Parliament. The business school, together with the arts and humanities, law, there is also students of political science, are at the number 2, which is, if you've been in London, it's Holborn or Covent Garden, really central. So this is where the location of our business school, the business faculty is. A little bit about the community. Really what we well known, and students always say, they feel like part of something, part of the King's family. Sorry, can we please mute someone who's got microphone on? Around 1,500 undergraduate students. This year actually is more postgraduate because we introduced yet another new program. Very diverse community. On King's College, you have over 180 nationalities. These numbers are from 2023. I know this year, when I checked, we have students coming from over 100 countries only at the business school. We gave away £500,000 in scholarships. I will talk about it a little bit later. And we're really introducing every year at least one new program. Here I mentioned executive MBA, but I will talk about the undergraduate and postgraduate a little bit later. In case we have any research, really only quick one. Of course, we offer in various fields of business. I think the difference for the PhD students, part of the application where you need to contact the supervisor, that our research proposal requires to be only 2,000 words, which is, you know, research proposal is normally much higher. But this is really one-to-one. I think our audience is more like looking at the other courses. So I'm going to start with postgraduate. That's the Bush House. That's where, well, my office is a little bit on the left, but that's where our students of business faculty. Interesting fact, at the point of design, this was the most expensive building in the world currently. It used to be center of BBC Radio, and since 2017, it belongs to King's students, particularly business school. So our postgraduate students, just to give you an idea, we receive around 14,000 applications. We offer 15 full-time postgraduate courses. There is different for online and part-time, but let's concentrate on the full-time one. As for the finance programs at postgraduate, we are proud to offer, as being in the center of London, you know, capital of finance. We offer 6 different finance programs. I will not go into the depth of all of them. The numbers next to it shows you roughly how large is the class, the cohort. As you can see, banking and finance is the biggest class, purely because it got most electable modules. So if you're interested in and not design which way you want to go for investment, there is so many jobs in banking. And if you are very good at quant mathematics and you enjoy it, one of the toughest programs is finance analytics. If you're interested in particular program, please reach out to your counselor at BEB, and they can reach out to me and we can have a call. Our marketing, we offer 2 marketing programs at the master level. International marketing, it's really for students who didn't study marketing degree, maybe did something different with the few marketing modules, or they're looking to change the career. If you did marketing, or you know, you specialized, you did, for example, business administration, and you did extra modules in marketing, maybe you want to look at digital marketing, which is more specialized. Our entrepreneurship courses, of course, building entrepreneurship minds is part of the business. So strategic entrepreneurship and innovation, and very unique program in medical technology and innovation and entrepreneurship. I always say we do live longer, and it's not thanks to only the food and diets, it's the technology. It's a massive industry. Lots of billions in every country are being invested constantly. And there is only 8 programs like this around the world, where the director of this program actually designed 7 of them, and he's teaching at our faculty. If you are coming from medical background, health sciences, biomedical engineering, have a look at this program if you're passionate about medical technologies. Our management courses, I start really briefly. ESG management, as we know, recent changes in financial reporting have a massive impact on any business, local or international. So environmental, social governance, human resources, if you enjoy that part of the business. Our most competitive course, international management. If you're thinking of that, that's the one we request an interview on, well, more of a video recording yourself. Our very new program starting this year, management and technological change. So it's really about the AI and the new technologies, not teaching you the technical skills, but how to be efficient and bringing them to the company, being in the charge of these technologies and how to implement them efficiently. And of course, public policy together with management. You might be thinking of working for government in public company.
Evet.
How do you bring the management skills into the public company? As we know, they tend to be not as efficient as private. So I spoke about the medtech. So, you know, these are just some of the benefits of it. Of course, we have hospitals, so the students really immerse in the real world healthcare rather than just sitting at the university. It's connected to the industry, and you will be working on the real life projects within the medical technology with that business mindset. And as for the ranking in the Shanghai ranking, we are currently 5th in the medical technologies in the world. Entry requirements for the postgraduates. I will keep this simple. They are all visible on our website. Please, wherever you study in whichever country, if you find the program you're interested in, click on the entry requirements, scroll a little bit down, put the country you studied in case you haven't studied in Turkey, and it will automatically calculate the entry requirements for you. For the business faculty, every program, apart from the 2 at postgraduate level, which I will mention, the GPA is the 3.25 and IELTS 7 and 6.5 in each element. We do accept other English language tests, and they are listed on our website. As for the slightly lower entry requirements, 3.0 public policy and management and the medtech innovation and entrepreneurship. Please have a look at every program. Might vary with the requirements of certain subjects, what you study. So of course, the finance programs will always have a requirement of certain quantitative module in your bachelor degree. So these are all listed, but the GPAs are these. And I mentioned previously, the interview, if you're successful for international management, it's a video assessment. These are very, very few live online interview for our public policy and management if there is a borderline candidate, which means the entry requirements are a little bit below. And we don't require GMAT or GRE, which lots of students are fearing of. But if you have done it, of course, and you're happy with the score, then add it to your application. Now let's look at, right. This one I wanted to share with you because it's not always listed on the website. It says, for example, entry requirements with 2 quantitative modules. So here you can see nicely what are the examples. It could be algebra, calculus, statistics. So these are considered if you're thinking of applying. Sometimes it says 3.25 GPA in social science related programs. I studied in 3 countries on 2 continents, and it's always different slightly. So here are some of the social science related programs. So when you see entry requirements 3.25 in social science related program, here you have most of them listed. I'm sorry if I'm going through this too fast, but there is a lot of you. Like I said, I would love to hopefully answer everyone. Okay, scholarships. Now I have listed these on purpose because these are applicable to the postgraduate students. This is unique scholarship which we offer as a business faculty. The scholarships is up to 10,000 British pounds. It's either 5,000 or 10,000. If you are a King's alumni, there is a category where you can apply for 50% of the fees. Now, in a very simple way, if you do apply to one of our courses, at postgraduate level full-time course at business school, you receive an offer, and you receive an offer, you're successful, either conditional or unconditional. You will receive an instruction on how to apply and when for the scholarship. Right, I know there's many, when I seen the list for you who are thinking to do undergraduate courses. So let's have a look at some of our, well, the core undergraduate courses. I can share with you that at King's College London, not business school, we receive around 60,000 or 65,000 applications. That's on the whole King's. And you would be surprised if I tell you that 50% of these applications are for the most popular courses. Business management, computer science, the ones we know. So I always advise parents and students, look beyond sometimes, because you can increase your chances or less competitive course, which is still them, because there is so many programs. When I was young, programs like this didn't even exist, which are now available. But let's concentrate on our programs. So, of course, we offer more programs than these, but they are with collaboration with other faculties. For example, business management and languages, computer science with management. But these are our core programs. So I'm going to start with the business management, accounting and finance, and economics and management. These three programs, 3 years standard bachelor degree. You have an option to do 4 years, either with 1 year placement or 1 year abroad. Some programs also offer just semester abroad if you do 3 years. So please have a look if you're interested in this course. We don't need to discuss which one is the most competitive here. It will be the business management. Our international management, that is compulsory 4 years. So you would have to do 4 years simply because you do the year abroad. It's that international experience you need to gain. And I'm really happy to announce, and it's on the website now, our new program, which is starting 2025. It's open for applications purely because we do massive investments and research with careers companies, with companies, what is in demand in the job markets. So data analytics, particularly for business and finance. So it's not pure data analytics, but it's also to teach you not only know how to read the data, but also how to, if I'm being very simple, sell yourself and sell what you do, not just the data analytics. So we're going to run some online sessions. Please, if you're interested in, just put in the Google King's Business School events and register for online, where the director of the program will speak about it. Also standard 3 years, or there is an option of doing 4 years, as all the other programs which I mentioned. Now, very good positive change, purely getting students even more ready at the undergraduate level. We are now implementing a 5-credit module at every undergraduate degree, which is basically getting the students ready. It's a business accelerator module produced together with the collaboration with the careers. And this is being credited module. This has been demanded by the students. This is something to prepare them better for the graduation, to give them more that, in a way, practical exposure. So it will be implemented into every undergraduate degree. Now, I think I touched on that course, but of course, if you wish to find out more, please register for the session, which I know is upcoming. I don't have the date for the business analytics. Data analytics for business and finance. So I will not spend too much time on it, but just some benefits. So you're focusing on the big data analytics, of course. You have the hands-on simulation exercises, and you can see Python coding. We have our trading floors with Bloomberg terminals. You're really going to gain the real-world experiences because there are micro internships. And of course, if you decide to go for placement, that's going to be your biggest exposure. But on top of that, we have Entrepreneurship Institute, which is looking at, there's so many options for students. Oh, what happened there? Oops. Oops, apologies for that. Technical glitch. 48-hour startup is one of the most popular things with students. It's free to apply. Okay. Something is... Apologies. Slideshow. Let's try this way because clearly, my apologies, guys. Oops, I think we are somewhere here from current slide. I will jump on the next slide just in case there is a slide, but please have a look at the new program if you're interested. Style of teaching at undergraduate. Any student, wherever you come from, no matter what curriculum did you study, you don't have any optional modules in your year one. And the purpose of this is we understand students are changing the country. They might coming from different social economical background. It's a big shock. I mean, I moved a few countries in my life, and So the goal here is to bring every student in the first year to the similar, if not the same level. And what you or the parents like to also hear, that the credits you accumulate in year one do not count towards your final results. So the year one is really building the foundations and finding your way, which way you would like to go later in the year two, where you're really developing the international experience, because you can either study abroad. You, as a King's College, we have partners all around the world, some top university schools such as Bocconi, just to mention one, but they are listed on the programs. And you will start choosing your pathway. For example, in business management, would you like to stick with the general business management? Would you like to go, business is a very broad term, marketing, finance, HR, and so on. And that leads us to year three, where you really put the skills you learned into the practice. So consultancy projects with the real companies, we're really looking for future responsible leaders. We're not looking for future people oriented just on the profit and excuse me, loss. We collaborate with 3 councils, with the real companies on the consultancy projects, where the students, as part of some modules, will present it to the companies, give us a task to the students, and they build a solution and then present it to them. So there's various options for you. And of course, you can also complete the project, which is the research project at the end of the undergraduate studies. So various options, which feels you're passionate not only about, but you enjoy and you prefer to take. Every of our students will have a personal tutor, which will help you obviously to develop and set the goals, understand the university systems. It's a big change you will be making. Preparing you, help you with the assessment. As you can see, there might be a different help you need. There's various other supports, and the university has its all in place. It comes from medical to the pressure around the exams. The university, so far I'm having the feedback, thank God, has it all. And of course, later when you graduate, to write your references or you want to study further. I touched on the year in industry. It's becoming more and more popular. One thing you need to be aware at undergraduate level, no placement is guaranteed. And this is the beauty of it, because it motivates you you need to find a job. But we have a team which supports in this. And I have went through data for last 2 years with 100% successful rates. So this is a paid placement. But if you want to, of course, there are some conditions. If you're interested in it, please have a look at the website. This is just to show you some example. Like I said, I look at the last 2 years data. It's not only in UK, and the students actually took the placement in across 20 countries in the last 100 years. Majority would be in the UK, but actually, as you can see, it's not the only country the students went for it. Now, this leads me to pre-sessional, which is applicable if you are a foundation student, if you're undergraduate student, or even if you're going for postgraduate and you need to do English language test. We're going to look at the prepare for postgraduate, which is of course only for the postgraduates. It's one of our short programs. But what is pre-sessional? So there is this myth that it's only to improve your English. And that is not true. Of course, pre-sessional mainly serve if the entry requirements are, let's go with easy example, 6.0 IELTS and you have 5.5, and you tried and you can't do it, and it's just not working out for some reason. So there is a pre-sessional which is calculated based on what gap you have in that English language test and what we require. So we use the calculator, I put the QR code there, but if it's only 0.5, we got different courses for UG as a pre-sessional, so undergraduate students, and different for postgraduate. As you can see, 98% progressed from that. So it's to meet that English language requirement, but it's more. We recognize that undergraduate students need different things than postgraduate. So it's also looking at, because you know already which course you're going after that. So it also includes looking at already the platforms, what you will be using for your programs, already touching especially on the postgraduate level, on some of the modules you will be taking, and so on. This would be, if you go for the pre-sessional, it's the word integrated class, and the accommodation, which I will touch on, you would stay in that same if you decide to go for student accommodation, so it's guaranteed. Prepare for postgraduate. This is really for students who met all the entry requirements for postgraduate. They have unconditional offer, but they want to come and experience London before the study really works. Now, of course, it's more to it. You will meet the academic to develop some skills, become familiar with the campus. You will start building your social network. Very, very important. And it's really just to give you, and again, sorry, it's integrated class, so together with your main postgraduate course. And as you can see, well, all the important details are there. Right. Careers, which is something we're really proud of. So every university has a careers team, which King's College has. At the business school, on top of that, we have our own careers team, which you have of both you can approach, but these people are dedicated to only students at the business school. So these are people who are consultants, some of them even teaching at other business schools. They worked within the industry. So we have people from finance department, from the marketing and management, every department, which of course we cover as a program. So what do they actually do? Here you can see, you can book as many appointments as you want with the coach, career coach. They help you to build a CV. We use various technologies. I'm not sure if I included them, which only the students have access, which are these paid programs. Practice interviews. I have just came off, before I came to Turkey, we have invited one of the bank representatives, which actually been practicing the interview in front of the students. That's happening right at the beginning of the course. And then the brave students wanted to be interviewed as well. Various workshops, the careers fairs, where they invite company representatives, alumni, which secured the job. We just had the session, 6 of them came working at Bloomberg, PwC, I forgot the name of the company, sorry. And of course, if you think you want to do part-time job, we don't recommend to do it at the postgraduate level because the program is pretty intense. At undergraduate level, it's very popular. We actually do offer jobs at university, which are paid roles as well. And you dictate your time when you want to work. So it's not like you have to come to work. So there are these options as well. Really, oh, this is actually a picture from the event I did, Career Impact. So the alumni, as you can see, the auditorium, which has capacity of 400, and this was just for finance students, was full. So we had to stream it to another two rooms. So this is just something in a small summary what they do, master classes, people from the companies come, speakers from the companies, more employer events. So finance, labor market, as you can see, just some example, technology, which is now everywhere and making changes in every industry, no matter which one you look at. So just to really show you a few examples. And I think, and this is, oh, sorry, before I go to that slide. Yes, this is true picture. Experiential learning. I spoke about the micro internships at postgraduate level is, because of the course 1 year, you can't really do lots of placements, but we have that trading floor, as I discussed. Yes, the Queen has visited our Bloomberg terminals, but that was some time ago. I talk about this 40-hour startup, King's Investment Fund. Students get real money to invest and present it to the management of the various banks. It's a longer process, but that goes over a year. So that's really students learning by the experiences. More examples, panel discussions, finance interviews I spoke about. One of our alumni who worked at Goldman Sachs came to visit. We have a slight majority of our students are actually female, which we're very proud of. Women in finance, speed networking, as you can see, with various company representatives. And I think the best compliment I received about the career team was actually a complaint where the students said it's so much happening that we cannot attend it all. So I'll take it. But this is just to show you, this was from last year, first 3 months. When you look at it from basically end of September to, well, last one is in November, one more in January. How many various events or things are happening, and these are just few to picked up from, so applicable to everything. Undergraduates, I wanted to share with you because people, sometimes the students think they want to end up just in investment banking, or there's so many other jobs, but here just to show you where our undergraduate students end up roughly in various positions: banking, consulting, marketing. Consulting is very popular because lots of the projects they do, so they secure a job. But as you can see, even other departments in education, in property, real estate, and so on. So really just to give you a hint that it's not, you're not restricted to really 1-2 job career paths. Here are some of the companies, or if they decide to further study, of course, we got lots of students going across the street to LSE, or vice versa. I got postgraduate students which did the undergraduate at LSE. These are some of the big companies, but students end up in NGOs, startups, and not always. I always advise. Actually, yesterday I attended at QS Fair, and the student came to me who wants to come study with us. Say it's so hard to get into the top 5 companies. Forget about the top 5. Don't think about the big companies only. Sometimes the small banks with the good culture. And then, you know, you can start there, and then you make your way up if you want to work for the big companies. Some people want to have the work-life balance. I mean, and the careers team will talk about you with all. We have the speaker who came from, I don't want to say the company, he spoke for, he works now for a smaller company, and he said he used to work for one of the big ones, and he said, I would be finishing 9-10 p.m. So there depends what are your, you know, what is your preferences. So, but I really want you to, if you're thinking of a job in finance or anything else, don't just think about the top big companies always. Some of our, you know, what the student says. So I'm going to have a sip of water now, if that's okay. I'll leave you minutes to read that. So this is our statements from, some of our students, of course. So I'll give you a minute just to go through it. Okay, we have a lot to go through. Right. Accommodation. So let me just go to the slide. These are some of the pictures, but of course I couldn't, this is from some of our accommodations. But in summary, we guarantee accommodation to our foundation students, our undergraduate students year 1, and our postgraduate students. All of the accommodation is located in zone 1 or 2. So when you think about it, London has 8 zones. So you are either walking distance, or I would say depends, tube or bus, let's say 15 to 30 minutes on the ride, how you decide to. As you can see, the purple ones are the location of the residences, but on our website, King's Residences, it tells you exactly how many miles or kilometers is it from the house. Budgeting wise, room is always for the student only. We don't provide accommodation for dependents. All the bills are included. Honestly, I rent in London. If I could, I would rather stay in student accommodation. The rents at the moment privately, I'm happy to advise someone, are over the roof. And yeah, I don't want to go into details too much there. You got the security there, 24 hours. You know, like I said, it's guaranteed. The contract depends on what course you are. And yeah, you find all the information. Really just Google King's Residences. And 2 points to, we also partner with Resi Life and Grad Plus. So these are bodies which creates various events, not only social events, but networking events at the accommodation or outside of it. And 2 of our accommodations are postgraduate only. And now I just lost which one is it, Vauxhall and City, if I'm not mistaken. And hints and tips are my favorite part. So for all the applicants, really, well, the application is different. So foundation directly on the website, undergraduate, UCAS, postgraduate directly on the website. Apply early. Please, please, if you're taking IELTS, do not postpone it. Either take the UKVI, doesn't matter which level you do, because I can talk about examples, but I would advise you to take UKVI. It's not difference in the test. The only difference is the security measures. They take fingerprints. And the reason is, if you have to go for pre-sessional, then you, for the visa purposes, need UKVI. And that's the problem. Then you're going to have to retake. So if you can, take the one which are approved by the UKVI government body. So it's PTE UKVI, right? PTE UKVI. IELTS UKVI. Review the deadline, because this is what happened. Why I'm saying take the IELTS early. It tells you at what level you are. So I had a student to call me a few months ago and said, Martin, I am short 0.5. Can you still take me, please? The pre-sessional application is closed already. There is nothing we can do. You need to meet the English language. So by taking them early, you will at least know what level you are. I know there is an investment involved, but it's still better to do that than to pay for pre-sessional. IELTS are, I don't know how much are they in Turkey, but I'm guessing £300. I don't know. Pre-sessional can end up into thousands. So please, if you can, I advise you to take the test. What do they call? You can do online, but test yourself free. I know when I last time Googled, like, it's not real test, but you can test yourself, practice. For the scholarships, one of the tips I spoke about for the postgraduate, please, if you or your counselor will be making an application, I don't know, but in case, tick the email on marketing, because if you don't, legally, we cannot inform you about the scholarship. Okay. Right. Many times I have a question. Oh, my GPA is 2.9. I have working experience. Can I apply? I can strongly tell you that working experience will not replace a big gap of the GPA. So yes, if you're slightly below, yes, but we are one of the top institutions. Academics are at the top what is being looked at. Am I saying that you need to have the minimum entry requirements? No, we have accepted students below, but not, you know, we received, you saw, thousands and thousands of applications. So please, for the postgraduate students, take that into consideration. We discuss which programs are competitive, think outside of the box sometimes. So if you're thinking of international management, for example, the most competitive program, and you got interest in technology really, or you did the background a little bit, why don't you look at our new program? New programs are always less competitive because it takes a couple of years, 3 years to become so popular. International management has been the first program which we started, and that's why it's well known. And of course, it appeals to broader audience, because the entry requirements you can apply with any degree. So that's another thing, and there is more. But just think about exploring other programs. Spend some time. It's a big decision you will make. At undergraduate level, same things apply. Explore the options with a year abroad. It's got different UCAS code. I can tell you that there is definitely more applications for business management of 3 years than there is a business management with a year abroad. And of course, the thing applies. What we're looking for, personal statement, it's personal. It's not like when you're applying to US, you can write essay on anything. Show us your interest and show us your passion. Many times I see in personal statement talking about extracurriculum activities and saying, I did this. Okay. Don't tell me what you did, but tell me what skills and what experience did you gain and learn, which you will bring, and how are they applicable to the course you are applying to. So it is personal, and nobody's asking you need to know what your plan is. That's okay. That's most of our students don't know what they want to do. I didn't know what I want to do in my life, even after studies. But if you have some direction, and then mention it. So I also do sessions on personal statement. We do general ones, and have a strong opening. And please don't start every sentence with I. And one thing, do not use ChatGPT. we can find out. Make it personal. Right. Question for $1 million. Cost of living now. It's really would like to advise you on that. But at the moment, this is a broad estimate, but it really comes down to, you know, your personal standards and what do you prefer. There is the legal requirement and there is the kind of approximate. So really what you're looking at, 1,800 per month with the student accommodation. But of course, please consider every cost, and this is more for the parents. It is a big decision you make. It's a big investment. I know, I studied in UK. I'm an international student. Explore, have a look. We also have a support team. So one of the services is money housing advice. You can have a look, just Google that again. It's easier to Google things than find money housing advice, which advise students how to budget. Look at the student discount, make most of it. These are just some of the applications or apps these days. Totum, student beats, uni days. And yes, the money housing advice I mentioned, personal finance app, also read about it on our website. So it's a big investment. So really just finding the ways as a student, you have various, I would like to say advantages, but discounts on everything. But this is just slightly to give you that idea of the cost. We're almost at the end. Alumni, very important in any top institutions, because this could be your future business partner. This could be your future, who knows, employee if you're very successful. Now, the numbers you see on the right are the ones which are, you know, active ones. Of course, the number is much higher. As you can see, in the business school, we got around 16,000. The King's College has over 200,000. As any university, because of the size of the country, China and India will be the biggest. That doesn't mean they are back in China and India, but these are the active numbers we have currently. And this will be, it's very important. It's something what, you know, I got so many alumni. Again, I showed you some of the events who want to come and give back. Last time we did event, they were representing the company already, and they said, oh, we got internships, this and this, we got jobs, this and this. So it's really importance of the alumni community. Really what the team does, I spoke about it, speakers, mentoring programs, that's happening now as we speak, career sessions, you can see that, to grow your network. Support, you will still have the support from careers team 2 years after you graduate, so you can reach out to your counselor. Right. I'm going to end the presentation. I know it was too long, but yes, we have another team, which is student experience. And I think to summarize who we are as an institution, as a business school, like I said, we're not looking for profit-driven leaders. We're looking for social responsible leaders. We really believe in you know, that responsibility in the leaderships, but it doesn't mean you're not going to have a fun. So our student experience is organizing various events, and they put together really a little story, which I would like to share with you now. And that will be it from me, as I think it's important. I don't know if the sound works. No? Perfect. So that will be it from me. If you are interested in yoga courses, instead of doing research and you know particularly, please, this one just to receive information on our sessions. But of course, you have a counselors who will advise you. But if you wish to register and receive it particularly about your course, feel free to take a picture of, scan the QR code. And that would be it from me. And we move to the, excuse me, questions. I will leave this on the screen for a second. Actually, I'm sure if you wish. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, lovely. Sorry, I said it's going to be long, but there's a lot to say.
Martin, we really thank you. It was a great presentation. Now we have some questions from our students in chat box. I need to read them. The first one is coming. For the direct entry to first grade, is UKVI needed? For the direct entry
For
to
the direct
first grade,
entry,
first year.
so I need to make this statement legally. I cannot give a visa advice, but direct entry, no, UKVI is not needed. And your counselors have better knowledge probably
According,
than I do.
actually, I know the answer, but I just want to ask you in here.
Of course, yeah.
In general, for first grade, we don't need UKVI. The visa don't need it. Birinci sınıftan başlayacaklar için UKVI olan IELTS'e girmeye gerek yok. Sadece IELTS akademiye girebiliriz. Okay, then. The second question is coming. It's again about IELTS. We took IELTS academic. Should we take IELTS UKVI? I couldn't get that part. Could you please explain again? Martin, I think there is a lot of questions for IELTS. If you let me, I will explain in Turkish just very shortly, okay?
Please do, yes.
Gördüğümüz kadarıyla IELTS hakkında pek çok soru gelmiş. Haklısınız, bu durum birazcık karışık gerçekten. Aslında IELTS UKVI olan da IELTS akademik olan da aynı sınav. Hiçbir farkı yok. Sadece IELTS UKVI kameralı bir ortamda yapılıyor. Bu da vize almamız için gerekli olan bir koşul. Sadece hazırlıktan başlayacak öğrenciler ya da prestational almak isteyen IELTS notu tamamlayamayan mesela 7.0 istiyor overall'da ama biz 6.5 alıyoruz ve onun üzerine çıkamıyoruz. O zaman üniversitemiz bize bir ön kurs, prestational kurs adı altında programa başlamadan önce kısa bir kurs imkanı veriyor. O kursa girebilmemiz için ve yüz yüze faydalanabilmemiz için de yine kısa dönem bir vize almamız gerekiyor ve o vizeyi alabilmek için vize merkezi diyor ki konsolosluk IELTS UKVI notu getirmelisin bana. Sadece bu iki durumda geçerli oluyor. Diğer durumlarda yani biz eğer master yapacaksak ve master'da birincisi zaten prestational almadan başlamaksa hedefimiz, o zaman IELTS Akademi'ye girebiliyoruz. Martin, I really thank you for letting me explain the situation.
I want to apologize because maybe the way I explained it might cause confusion for the students, but you know what I was trying to say.
That's why, yes, thanks a lot. We have another question now. Hello, I have took the IELTS UKVI academic. Again, it's about IELTS. However, my overall score is 7.5. My writing is 6.5, so I didn't meet the threshold in every component. Due to new regulation regarding IELTS UKVI scoring, I didn't achieve C1 proficiency. However, this new regulation does not apply to IELTS academic. Should I take UKVI or IELTS academic? Is there a big difference? There is a student. I will again explain in Turkish if you
Yes,
like.
because
Okay?
that's a good score, isn't it?
Yes, can you please yes, okay. Now your voice is coming. Yes, it's a good score, and 7.5 is enough actually. If his sub score is 6.5, it's again enough. It should be enough. Böyle bir puan aldıysanız, bilmiyorum, kullanıcı adı iPhone olarak yazıyor ama eğer biz durumu doğru anladıysak 7.5 overall'da gayet yeterli bir skor ve IELTS UKVI alınmasına gerek yok. Ama başvurmak istediğiniz bölüm daha yüksek istiyorsa, web sitesinde giriş şartları kısmına daha yüksek bir skor bulunuyorsa bunu bize özel olarak da sorabilirsiniz. Durumu inceleyebiliriz. 7.5 almış bir öğrencinin
Ya
UKVI'ye girmesine
şöyle,
gerek yok şu durumda.
ben UK Visa'yı aldım ve işte 7,5 overall'um. Ama
Tamam.
sorun şu ki 28 Ağustos'ta yeni bir düzenleme gelmiş. Buna göre diyor ki bir tane 6,5'um olduğu için, 7'nin altında olduğu için overall score'um 7'nin üzerinde olsa bile C1 belgesini alamıyorsun diyor.
Bu önemli değil. Yani bizde giriş şartlarında C1 olmak zorunda ya da işte C2
Ha,
olmak zorunda diye
anladım.
yazmıyor. Sadece overall'da işte atıyorum başvuracağımız programa göre değişiyor ama 7.5 ise diyelim ki 7.5 subscore'larda 6.5'in altına düşmesin diyor. Yani giriş şartlarında bu şekilde yazıyor. Sizin başvurmak istediğiniz programa bakmak lazım. Eğer onun altında kalıyorsa tekrar akademik IELTS'e girebilirsiniz. Ama yeterliyse girmenize gerek yok.
Anladım. Teşekkür ederim.
Rica ederim. Martin, again, thank you for your time. And we have another question. When should we apply for 2025 September academic year? When should we apply for
Yeah.
the new year, the new academic year application?
The
When we start?
2025, yeah?
2025, yes.
Okay, so for the foundation, please keep an eye on their website. It's not the department I oversee because there are big changes in the foundation. It might be slightly later, but normally it's October, end of October. For the undergraduate, apply as early as possible. Do not rush it. Write your personal statement well, but earlier the better. For undergraduate, the applications are open as we speak. Yeah, of course, must be. That's through UCAS. Again, counselors at BAB are knowledgeable. They know postgraduate courses at our business faculty will open. I'm fighting for the date. I just know it's October. But if you see the course on the website, on the right corner, you will see the status. Application is either closed or open. But honestly, the answer always is apply as early as possible. And think about it. When you are a student in your last year, do you want to commit the time to your application towards the end of your examinations when you need to study? You have a lot to do probably if you are a current student. Concentrate on your final exams. And it's a lot of advantages to apply early, particularly, of course, there's a different approach in admissions, but postgraduate, sooner you get the answer, sooner you get to make decisions, sooner you make the decisions, you get guaranteed accommodation if you decide to go that way. So it's a domino effect of various things. The visa application, of course, you need to wait for your final diploma, but at the end of the day, you can respond to your offer before it's unconditional, before you fully accept it. And that leads to another steps. Sooner you establish that tells you the English language test, what your level of English is. So earlier is better. The deadline to apply, UCAS, I think, as you're gonna know better, it's mid-January if they haven't moved it for undergraduates. Postgraduate deadline to apply, it's usually end of March. The courses will stay open until they fill up, but after that is not guaranteed. So yeah, I always advise the student, do not rush it. Try to do it in this calendar year. Well, for undergraduate, no question. You don't want to leave it for January, really.
We understand that the early application is best application.
It is
Unless
true.
the all file is ready, like personal statement. Thank you very much. Okay, we have another question. For business management undergraduate courses, minimum 5 AP is needed. Correct me if I am wrong.
With American curriculum is a little bit complicated. So if you allow me, I will, if I have access to the chat, I will now Google the American entry requirements. Yes, if you're talking about the APs only, then the conversion of 3 A levels is 5 APs. However, there are other options you can do, but it's really, you need to see it, because if I would start explaining it, even if I get a little bit confused. So what I'll do, I will post directly to the link to the conversion of A levels to APs or American curriculum. But please, guys, if you are at home, if you go to the undergraduate course, you click on the entry requirements, scroll down, choose United States, because APs are American curriculum. It will give you that link, which you can look at the conversion. So APs are American. But I will post it in the chat as well. So look at the entry requirements. Instead of studying Turkey, you study maybe in Turkey, but doing American curriculum, choose United States, and it will give you that link to the conversion.
Okay, if we need to check APs, then we need to select United States option, and then we will see AB requirements, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. We have another question regarding calculus entry requirements. Is a 5 in calculus AB sufficient for undergraduate business programs, or does it only have to be a 5 in calculus BC?
That depends on which level. It was in my presentation. I would need to go back to it. I think we mentioned that. I can go back to the slide. So it depends on which level we require the math, which is calculus. So if it's at IGCSE, which would be case of business management, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get back to you. This is admission. I will share it with the counselor. Please get in touch. It was one option. So can I get back to you on that? So it depends on which level the math we require.
Okay, then.
And I'm just, where is it? Oh. Yeah, I'm ready for another questions. I can do those ones.
Okay, the other question is, I attended the session a little late. Is there any test that we should take to apply besides IELTS?
Is there any test we should take besides IELTS?
Yeah. Is there any like exam?
No. So any of our programs, so let's go through them. Foundation is not mine, definitely not. But I know that. Undergraduate, no. And postgraduate, we don't require. Probably what you're referring to is GMAT or GRE, which we do not require. It's not compulsory.
Okay, thanks a lot. We have another question. While applying, do any internship programs make differences? Talking about undergraduate program in the CV.
So for so here is the link to the US. That's in the chat
Thanks
now.
a lot. We can see the link now.
Right. So nobody expects from you, if you're applying for undergraduate at any university, that you will have a working experience. You will coming from a high school straight to the undergraduate studies. Have you done something? Does it relate to the program? I spoke about it. Did you gain skills? You're going to be bringing something. Yeah, definitely. You want to mention that in your personal statement. Why wouldn't you? Think outside of the box sometimes. People tell me like, oh, my hobby is XYZ, football. Okay.
Yeah.
Think outside of the box. Have you been a team captain maybe? That's a leadership skills. So sometimes you haven't done exactly that. You're going to go study accounting and finance. Nobody expects you've been doing balance sheet and income statements when you're 16, 17. But maybe, you did something which you can apply. You will be in a very international, diverse environment. You're going to have to, I lived in many countries. One of the best education is meeting different cultures, gives you a different point of view. You will need to work in a team projects. Think about these kind of things sometimes. That's why personal statement, take a time, write it, give it to your family, give it to your teacher, give it to somebody to just read through it. and you're gonna change it and change it, and students be telling me, oh my God, it's so many words, how am I gonna write it? Trust me, you're gonna complain that there is not enough space to write what you wanna write. So don't go with the first draft. Speak to your, who's gonna write your references? Speak to your referee.
Thanks a lot for all the information. We have a question. I think it's the last question. Are the minimum AP requirements are enough for application, or is it better to take more than minimum?
Good question. Thank God I just had a meeting with the director of the undergraduate studies. No, don't take extra. If we require 5 APs, make sure the subjects are recognized, are the right subjects. The extra one will not really make difference. So I literally asked that question our undergraduate admission manager. We had a meeting with top 5 universities in London. I'm not going to name them. We all know who they are. None of that none of them responded that the students who've got more APs will be advantaged above the student who took what we require. So if we require 5 APs and the modules are there, then the admission will look at the 5 APs. Because you could take, let's say you want to apply for, I'm not an expert in admission in American curriculum particularly. They love to make things complicated, but you're going to have the required subjects which are applicable to that kind of a degree you want to study. And then you're going to provide me with the AP of, I think you can take AP in anything. Imagine film studies, or you're going for quantitative. So no, stick to the 5. Don't make it harder for yourself. Stick to what university requires. Concentrate on other things. If you have that extra energy and you're talented and you have time, you think you have time, see if you can do anything extra on the side, the extracurricular activities. Spend time on concentrating on the 5 so you receive the best grades you can.
Thanks a lot, Martin. It's time now for a question. Would you like to say anything to our students if you have anything?
Sorry, I have one question, but I write down 2 times. Could you also answer? Do you have a possibility?
I'm checking the question from chat box. For the direct entry to first grade, UKVI needed. That was the question you wrote, and we answered it.
Okay, I send you to Oya, who is, I do not know, and now I am sending you. Sorry for that. Okay. Okay, now I'm sorry. Now
What was your question?
it should come. Okay,
I couldn't see in the chat box.
Okay. Now it came. Probably.
Yes, heard about foundation acceptance conditions are easier. The direct entry requirements are high-level MEP diploma. Besides 5 APs are needed. My daughter is studying in French high school in Turkey. The high GPS is not easy, over 90, and additional 5 AP with the score 5 very challenging. Therefore, we do not understand the easy acceptance for foundation.
I'm not sure I caught the whole question and what are we
I
actually
can
trying
read it
to...
again.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at it now. Acceptance are easier.
Okay,
Direct entry
thank you.
requirements are high level. Besides 5 AP. The direct entry requirements are high level MEB, so American diploma. If you're looking for APs, that comes with it. Needed. My daughter is studying in French high school, so she's using French curriculum then, not APs. I'm a little bit confused. I'm looking at French school, but the lady I think it was a lady. So,
But they're getting Turkish high school diploma from the...
Oh, they're getting Turkish high school diploma and APs by advanced board.
Yeah.
So it's not just the AP class in the school, they have the diploma from advanced board.
High school diploma and AP.
Okay, so now I'm getting there. The high G plus is not easy, over 90, and additional 5 APs, the score 5, very challenging. Okay, as I said, I don't oversee the foundation, so please, there is the colleagues, my partner, counselors at BB, they have a direct contact. To answer your question bluntly, the foundation entry requirements are always going to be lower. However, the foundation is structured for the students who did not study, and there are some restrictions, and I don't want to, it says on our website, and it's not the department I oversee, there are some restrictions with international curriculum. Now, I am not entirely sure, I know students with A-levels cannot do foundation with us and so on. It's additional year to study. So there are advantages and disadvantages of it. But please, on this one, the question, the easy acceptance for foundation. There is no such a thing as easy exception. There are low entry requirements, but there are also the restrictions towards students who already experience international curriculum. So you need to be aware of that. We are the biggest foundation, university foundation in the UK. So the numbers of application I spoke about, the foundation is probably even higher, if I'm honest, but it's not the department I oversee. So please don't see foundation as an easy entry to the top university, because many students burned on that. And look at the restrictions where they are, please, because I know A-levels cannot apply. I don't know about the APs. I don't want to mislead that. 5 APs are enough for UG. They will not ask for the Turkish diploma for undergraduate. They might ask just to show it that you have the final diploma, but the admission will look at the grades of the APs.
Okay. AP is enough. We don't need a MEP diploma if we have 5 APs. Thanks a lot, Martin. We don't have any other question. Çok teşekkür ederiz katılımlarınız için. Farklı sorularınız olursa her zaman bize ulaşabilirsiniz. BEP olarak size yardımcı olmaktan mutluluk duyacağız. Etkinliklerimizi takip etmek için Instagram hesabımızı takip ederseniz eğer çok mutlu oluruz. İyi akşamlar diliyorum. Hoşça kalın.
Thanks so much,
Well,
Martin.
thank you everyone who attended. Shame I can't see your faces. I love to. I'm very passionate. Like I said, it's a big decision you're making. There is many good institutions. Look, don't just look at the name, look at the prestige, look at the style of teaching, look at the surveys I shared with you. You know, if you're making this decision for your child, you know, it's what is important, what kind of a person, you know them best at the end of the day. I think for the King's sake, I'm really happy with the students, what they're telling me. They're happy once they're there, they're part of community. So yeah, attend as many window shops. You have the whole year. Well, not really whole year if you for next year. Have a look at the website of the institution. Sign up. Hopefully registered. Have a look at some info sessions. Some of the social media, instead of you chasing, have a look at the social media. They're sharing. Students are making videos. Some of them. Have a look at that to give you a picture of the student life, the accommodation. Instead of you spending hours and hours on research. Today, I would advise, look at the Instagram life at King's Business School. There is way too many, just to give you that feeling of, because the academics, there is no question there is quality academics. The style of education, there is no question of it, but it's more than that. It's about the whole experience. So I hope to see you in a business school, if not a business school, at least at King's College. I'm always available to my students in the office, and many times they reach out. So good luck, everyone. And I'm now going to spend some time with the guests here. And thank you to BEB for organizing this. And I'm sure we do this again. Maybe with the offer holders this year.
Yeah, thanks so much. Fingers crossed. I hope to see you soon again in person.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Have a nice
Bye,
day.
everyone.
Bye.